Today, boys and girls, we're in the middle of spooky season, or close to the end of spooky season, so I'm going to start my horror tropes with Amnesia the Bunker. Now, I have played a couple hours into this game, and I'm liking it okay, but here's the thing, here's one thing to know about me. One, I do not play games that are of horror orientation that do not have guns. I think it's pointless, because I am a firm believer of always having a gun on me. So I would never be in a situation where I wouldn't have a gun. It's illogical to me. Two, I'm just not the biggest fan of horror games. I find them too slow, tedious, annoying, everything's grindy. It's all the things that I would complain about in a normal FPS game, but when it comes to horror games, they get a slide. It's like, there's not enough ammo everywhere for the thing, and I get it. It's to build tension, it's to build fear. I don't know, I end up finding them more annoying than I do actually fun. Now, is Amnesia a bad game? No, not by any means. The sheer aesthetic this game gives, it reminds me of the movie Overlord. Overlord was this fucking horror movie set in World War II that had some really, really cool scenes that showed the horrors of World War II at the same exact time as fucking the horror that was going on in that movie. And this movie, or this game, is very much in the same vein, where you're a French soldier from World War One, and you're stuck in a German bunker with a creature, a little terrifying motherfucker. You know what I mean? One of those creepy fucks that are trying to like eat your butthole and then put a mop up your ass. You know what I mean? Not the fun type of prison gangbang, but like the very uncomfortable kind. And so when I look at this game and I go down the rabbit hole and I'm doing some things, the horror gameplay mechanics are the stuff that piss me off. It's the very immersive sim bullshit, you know? It's like, when you open a door, you have to like walk the door back. Your flashlight. Even though it's cool, I have to rev it up. I'm always fucking revving up this flashlight. Like, Jesus Christ, I get that flashlights sucked back then, but did they suck this bad? Were they this fucking awful, where every 2 seconds I was revving this fucker up? Because I remember having like a crank-operated flashlight when I was a kid as like a gimmick, and the shit wasn't this fucking AIDS dog water, I swear to God. But again, it's to build the creepy aesthetic, so when you find people and they're fucking broke down and beat, they're scared and you're scared and you're picking up bones. I don't know. These immersive sim stuff, I don't hate them. It has to be a good immersive sim for me to, like, it has to be faster paced. I don't know. The grindiness of these games, like, one big thing right out of the way I'll eventually get to the guy in this clip, because I only wanted to show the beginning of this. For anybody that loves horror stuff, this game is going to be for you. If you love that slow-paced horror burn where you want to investigate and you want to live and dive into that fear, it's for you. But for me, when I'm playing a game like this and they give me a gun and they're like, hey, there's a couple boxes of ammo over in fucking Yonderland, go check that shit out. For me, I go and find the box of ammo, and when I pick up 2 boxes of ammo and there's only a bullet in each of them, that pisses me off. Why not put them in the same box of ammo? That doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't you just have 2 bullets in your pocket? I don't understand it. When I see a box of ammo, it better have anywhere from 25 to 50 rounds in it, or at least 10. Come on, let it have like the last 2 lines, because if you don't know how a box of 9mm works, or that older ammo, it was stacked in rows, so it's usually rows of 5 or rows of 8 or some shit. I think it's rows of 5, depending on the size of the ammo. So you're like, alright, give me at least the last couple rows. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I get that it's to build this aesthetic. I get that it's supposed to give these vibes. But when I get the ammo and there's nothing in there, and then I feel like I'm always grinding and doing like tedious tasks, like the reload in this game is literally, you open up the gun and you slowly put ammo in. And that slowness, that fucking tedium is what pisses me off. Like, I don't need to be able to kill the monster always, you know what I mean? I don't need like a bunch of monsters to make me happy. Maybe have like one big scary monster, right? That at the end of the game I finally get enough weapons that can tear it down. But it starts to get action-packed pretty early, like with smaller enemies, and I'm using the pistol, and then I get a second gun, and I know what you're thinking. This is just a shooter that you're talking about. And to me, that's, especially with this aesthetic, being in the World War I bunker, like, where's the rifles? Why am I not getting a rifle of some sort? Why am I playing as a French dude? Why couldn't we have done an American version? And I'm running around with a goddamn Remington on slam fire, creating war crimes that didn't even exist yet. That's the type of stuff that I want to do. And I know that I went into this game, I went into it with good intentions, that I wasn't going to get irritated, but, like, look at this loading animation. Oh, it's so slow. And, like, I get that loading a gun isn't, like, a fast process, but the fact that I have to hold the reload button, pull the trigger to individually put each round in, and, like, look how cool and scary that guy just got drawn away. Whatever draws him in. And this isn't spoilers, because it's early on in the game, so don't get in my comments like, I'm a fucking nerd, and I want to fucking show you how stupid you are. But for me, I picked up the block because you can throw those blocks into doors and break them. It's kind of a cool mechanic. I do like the immersive sim aspects. I know that it kind of seems like I don't like immersive sims aspects, but letting me pick up stuff in the game is really, really nice. It does suck, though, that the pick up button and the shoot gun button are the same goddamn button. I think that's really weird. I never really liked it. I just, X should be, or Square on PlayStation should be pick up item. It should be, but because of how intense they had to make reloading, like, look, why don't doors have to open like this? Why do doors have to literally, you have to walk the door back? It's all that tension. And I just don't like that. I find it's like, oh, look how all these other games did doors where you can just open them without, like, everybody knows how to open a door. We know that there's a process in it where you open and push the door in a certain direction, but I don't need to do that in the game. That's the type of shit that bothers me. And as much as I want to love and dive into the aesthetics of this game and many other games like it, Amnesia is not the only game that does this. Almost so many survival horror games do this, and it fucking irritates me on a level that it really shouldn't. And I just have decided that this is another game series, not game series, but game genre that I'm going to start putting on a list. I'm going to start making a list of game genres that I need to stay away from. 1, platformers, side-scrolling platformers. 2, I'm going to fucking do anything turn-based. And 3, it's going to be these survival horror games, because every single time, and it's rare that I play one that I love, like Dead Space, love it. But Dead Space, mid-game, you turn it into an action game, and you're scared, but your fear is like, you feel like you're fighting back, and you're not just running. So, and you don't feel like you're grinding as hard. You feel like you are in control at all times, and though you're at the mercy of the world, you have a way to defend yourself. I just, when I play games like this one, and I'm trying to think of something else like this I played, I know, maybe Prey, because I started Prey, and I remember Prey at the beginning was kind of grindy like this. It's that vibe that I don't ever feel like I'm in control, and that, like, I have an opportunity to counteract whatever's coming after me. Because in real life, I think about what I would do in this situation, you know? Because if I'm in this situation, I am going to be not armed to the teeth, but I'm going to have weapons at the ready that I could at least protect myself with. At least put myself in a better situation than I always see in these games. And so for me, it's just such a hard jump to make to get myself immersed in it. And it doesn't matter how many little immersive craps you put in. I can reload a revolver way faster than this fucking guy. So I go through these processes and these gameplay mechanics, and all that ends up happening is I get annoyed. That's all I got for you guys today. I thought I'd give you a quick rundown on my thoughts on Amnesia the Bunker. It is a wonderful game. It's just not for me. Thank you guys so much, and subscribe to my channel, you goddamn idiots. Love ya. Bye.